Good morning, Internet Nation. Dalekson here. So, I'm very nervous today. I had to, I don't know if this video is gonna go up, because I just need to get my feelings out of me. Otherwise, they will stay in my mind, and then I will ponder on them. At least maybe if I talk about it, I will feel slightly better and won't dwell on the situation. But anyway, today's kind of a big day. I feel like, nothing massively significant is physically happening. I am expecting my Frapzilla moon to arrive today. The tracking just updated and her delivery day is today. I'm very excited, very nervous. I feel like the universe is still finding ways to mock me because it's 7 something, not even 8 o'clock yet, and USPS was ringing our doorbell trying to deliver packages for people that aren't me. Rude. Especially considering the fact that, anytime the doorbell rings for anyone, me especially, nobody else is here. Which, I guess I can kind of understand right now, even though it's Monday, and apparently, I don't know, I think Tati would have left, because usually we lock our front door, but then whoever leaves first doesn't lock it, so that people can leave our packages inside. But, yeah, so I just had to go and get somebody's package just before my tracking updated, which is funny to me because I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to check the tracking, even though technically I have my phone set up so that I get a text message every time the tracking updates. Usually I just have it so that it's like, oh, your package has been delivered. That's the only notification I usually get, but today it's like, nah, your package has arrived here, your package has departed here, your package is officially out for, well, it's not out for delivery yet, unless, not yet. Hey, Kajulu. Which is a good thing. I have a somewhat hectic day today. I have to go to the chiropractor and get a fucking nerve test. I hate getting nerve tests because I am all nerve and I do not like being hurt by individuals who do not have my consent to hurt me. And you definitely don't have it if you're like, hey, I understand you came in today to see the chiropractor and do the stuff that feels good. But how about you let us make you wait 15 hours downstairs in a basement while so some dinosaur can come and stab you? Like, literally last time they were stabbing me with a metal rod. And I'm just like, I did not consent to this. And you do it slowly. And generally doctors are like, okay, so now I'm going to do this. And this is what this does. But this dinosaur that they have downstairs is just terrible. My nigga just does what he wants. And I'm like, can you not electrocute me? Especially so fucking slowly, Mr. Dinosaur? Do you think you could move like a human and not a fucking dinosaur? I don't know why they still have that dude working there. Actually, no, most of the doctors downstairs are old as shit. They have a really cool, it's not podiatrist. Actually, no, it might be podiatrist. Whatever the medical word for foot doctor is. No, pediatric is kid doctor. I think podiatrist is foot doctor. So I have to go there today, but I have to wait until 8:45 when they open to call and be like, hey, can I come early? Part of me is just kind of like, nah, leave now. Just get there and be like, hey, can I change my appointments to right the fuck now? Because generally my thing is, because it's like I can count on me and I can count on Tati, but Tati works possibly the most hours, so she's not here. other than that, like, nobody even goes to answer the doorbell. So, and I don't want this package that, like, one item in this box I paid $600 for. I don't want that sitting on our stoop, just casually, all willy-nilly. One item in that box is worth $600. There's at least 3 other items in that box, each worth at least $40. So, like, you steal that, I really will take that as a sign from the universe to kill myself. And we've been through a whole journey, the universe and I, which is why I'm so nervous today, because no matter what happens, I lose something. So, like, granted, in one way, it's like, oh, hey, look, your package is here, your dolls are here, you're officially a part of the BJD community, which, you know, I guess I am, because I have my little blooms. But I don't know if kids count. And then I have my Percy, who's sitting right next to me. But I don't think Percy counts. I definitely don't think Percy counts, because Percy can't she can't support herself. So it's not as fun, you know? Paper feels crusty. Like my doctor. On top of the fact that every time I go down there, I have to wait forever. And I don't like waiting forever in places that seem closed off. Like, you know? Damn, this paper is crusty. Be right back. Well, I ended up using both of the last papers I had left because that one was too crusty, and apparently my child X used all of my little cigarette papers, and or he was also so childish he could not put them back in the smoke container. I have this container where I keep my grinders and rollers and papers and all that stuff. Can't believe he used all of them. I had like 2 of them, and that stuff isn't even fun to smoke out of. Like, this dude really took everything that he could from me and didn't even leave me anything, because he could have like left a pack of his papers to serve me, but nope. All he does is take. The only thing he leaves is trash and his unorganized shit that he refuses to organize. I mean, granted, that's out of here, but I'm just being angry because, you know, I just had to use my last paper because that other paper was too crusty. And I have exactly enough bud for... Cthulhu, do you have to? Do you have to? I literally only had enough bud for 2 blunts, and I'm not trying to buy bud because if when this package shows up, I have to hold up my end of the bargain, in which I told the universe in a moment of desperation that I would give up my vices and be the person I'm supposed to be. Because, you know, theoretically I was going to kill myself not theoretically, I was going to kill myself if the package never showed up, because it was kind of like, the way it felt was, 1, I'm always down to die, because fuck this society, not even the world, not even the planet, just fuck society. It's humans that are ruining everything and making everything shit for literally everybody else. Nothing else has anything to do with anybody else. It's all the fucking humans who are sentient trash. So sentient trash to the point where these niggas is reproducing via littering. But anyway, and I mostly wrote that blunt for soothing purposes. I've been trying to, like, wean myself off it, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it so that today is the last day and get, like, my last 8th to help get me through the day, at least maybe put me to sleep, or if I'm just gonna, like, quit after these 2. Theoretically, I could take the day and then start tomorrow, February 1st, sober, which, don't know why the universe hates me so, but, like, I had this whole plan, you know? I keep having these plans where it's like, oh, I'm gonna get my tooth extracted, and then because I can't, like, smoke or do anything, I'm just gonna, like, rest and not smoke for a while. And then everyone's just like, no, you're not fucking yourself hard enough, so we're gonna cancel your appointment. Like, literally, don't understand the fuckery. The problem is probably the fact that my doctor is male. Because the first time, my crusty ex-boyfriend was like, hey, do you want to eat? Which, granted, is not a problem I have in the morning, not eating before surgery, because breakfast is not a thing that I do. And I'm just like, I'm not thinking about shit in the morning. This is why, like, I operate the way I operate. And I'm like, I know I'm not going to have to worry about not eating before the surgery. I just have to remind myself to not eat after a certain time and then maintain that. But once I wake up, it's just like, okay, let me get dressed and then go do the thing. It's never like, oh, let me have breakfast. And he was like, hey, you gonna have breakfast? And I was like, yeah, I guess I could eat, especially since I'm so hungry since I didn't eat for 12 hours. And then he fucked that up for me. I had to reschedule. And then the next time, his scam of a company never sent me my results, or they did what they did best, and it took 5 days to give you results. This was back in the days when they were like withholding how long it actually takes and lying about it being 24 hours when it was really the minimum of 5 days. Scam of a company. Talking about go fuck yourself if you don't get your results. Our labs are small. Maybe you shouldn't be in business if you can't even give people the one thing that you're literally here for. Fucked up my whole schedule. And then this time the doctor was just like, yeah, no, you haven't done porn in a while. You haven't got fucked in so long. I'm gonna cancel. And I'm just like, nigga, what? Nigga, what? So, now I'm waiting for them to call me back so we can prevent my teeth from rotting out of my mouth from this one bad one. And I'm just sitting here casually feeling all of my wisdom teeth. I could have sworn the ones over here were done coming in, but apparently not. Apparently not. So, I was about ready to die. Made a very desperate plea with the universe. Says, hey, if you could bring this doll that I paid $150 for 1 day shipping for, it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. Never use 1 day shipping for Partial Force. I cannot vouch for Partial Force to begin with. They have a very retarded system. It's not even stupid, it's retarded. Which, like, why is FedEx preventing my package from being shipped from the UK when USPS is the one delivering it? What do you have to, FedEx, what do you have to do with the process? Why are you even involved? If USPS is delivering it and Parcel Force is the one handling it in the UK, why are you preventing it from leaving the fucking country? This shit got sent back twice. Sat there for a week just to get sent back. Just to get sent back again. And then that time, instead of just giving us the option to not do 1 day shipping, they were like, nah, we're going to hold it and we're going to fix it and then make it sit over the weekend. If it's sitting over the weekend, like if it's just chilling there Thursday to Monday, or I guess I should say Thursday to Sunday because it shipped on the 30th, which was Saturday, I think. No, today's the 31st, so Sunday was the 30th, so it shipped Sunday. And thankfully USPS is like, yes, 1 day, we should probably deliver this today. Unlike fucking Partial Force, I was like, oh no, 1 day, that means 2 weeks. Right. So, I think I might make a separate video for why dolls, toys are so important to me. But I don't know if today's the day. I just want to get my feelings out. It's literally, I got like 4 hours of sleep last night. I went to sleep around 2 something. And then woke up around 6, and then could not go back to sleep because I'm so anxious about my package. It's just the fact that, like, I would go to the chiropractor early, but I don't want to. I don't want to go to the chiropractor. I would prefer to reschedule the whole thing, but they have an issue with you rescheduling before 24 hours. And I'm just like, I don't really control my life, and if you were open Sunday, sure. Or, they were closed Saturday because of the storm, and which is stupid to me because, like, if you're closed, why do you have somebody calling me from home to confirm an appointment I made? You forced me to make in person. Don't call me. Why does everybody insist on calling me before I'm awake? Never even on days where it's like, ah, yes, I went to sleep early last night and now I'm awake, or like, oh, no, my insomnia has caught me up, like I'm expecting a package, I'm too anxious to sleep. Nobody's ever like, hey, I see you're awake right now. These niggas will literally wait for me to fall back asleep. There was a day I woke up around like 6 or 7, went back to sleep, woke up around 10, went back to sleep, woke up around like 11 or something. They called me in that like 20-minute period in which I was asleep. I think I got 2 phone calls that morning while I was asleep. And I have to tend to a cat today. Thankfully, that time is flexible, so I can go whenever, and it's only a few blocks away. And then I have the spontaneous walks I might get, which those are one is only a few blocks away, the other is much further. But generally, the time that usually happens, the package should either be here, or hopefully one of my 4 roommates will be willing to answer a fucking doorbell at that time. It's just so funny. I don't like living with a lot of people, because you would think that living with a lot of people would be like more resources, more opportunities to not miss packages because somebody's home, more chances to have somebody come unlock the door for you. No, instead that translates to, I literally just took the recycling out. Why is there a whole bag of recycling already? Like, it hasn't even been 2 hours. What the fuck are y'all doing? Who was just holding a box of cans in their room? Because I literally just took all the shit out. All the recycling, I just took that out. Why is there a box of cans right here? What the fuck? Who just holds that in there? Like, I can understand me. Who would hold that shit in my room? Because generally I take my own trash out because I have a trash can in my room. But that is me. As I just said, I have a trash can in my room. I have both a regular trash and a recycling. And, like, granted, I'm never busting out a box of cans. But, like, who is hoarding that in their room? Why? I mean, granted, it's cold enough at our house to refrigerate some nice cans in your rooms if you don't have a heater. But why would you want to? But anyway. It's just the whole spontaneity of all my plans. Like, I would have been left. I probably should have been left for the chiropractor. I also don't know when the package is going to be delivered. I don't really understand how USPS works, and I definitely understand it even less because after I realized I could pay a little bit extra to avoid them touching my package whatsoever, that's just what I do, Like, they have general windows, but for like a big package like this, like I would say it's like at least this big. At least, because it's gotta fit a doll. And then, I mean, I highly doubt the blooms take up any extra space. They probably just literally probably just fit inside of her box. But I'm just so flustered right now. Like, I really want to just go and do my thing early, but I also don't want to because I'm so flustered, and it's like I can handle sitting in a basement for God knows how long. And the worst part is, you will be down there forever. You could be sitting in an empty room and just be down there forever. And I'm like, there's nobody here. What are y'all doing that you can't see somebody? There would be like me and another person sitting in the room, and I'm just like, I've been here for 30 minutes. I watched an entire episode of anime. Why has nobody seen anybody? Like, why am I here if y'all aren't gonna do anything? Why am I even here? Especially for me to just sit there, and it's always an uncomfortable experience. It's like, hello, it's 19 degrees outside. Do you really think I came here and froze my ass off? Like, no, there are 2 pairs of leggings under these pants. I do not want to roll my fucking pants up, and I'm not taking my pants off. I did not dress today in this 19-degree weather to get fucking naked in a place that keeps it the same temperature as outside. Like, why is it that when it's fucking freezing outside, it'll be one of those days where it's just so cold you can't get warm no matter what the fuck you do or how many layers you're wearing? And it'd be freezing in there. And I'm like, what do you mean do I want ice? It's bad enough you pulled my shirt up to put these freezing alcohol pads on me. And now you'll ask me if I want ice. Oh, what? I want to go home. Which I don't know why they have me coming in 3 times a week. And I'm just like, when can I not come in 3 times a week? Like, literally, this interrupts my work schedule. Because then it's like, you scheduled me for the middle of the fucking day. I don't know why you scheduled me for the middle of the fucking day. But when you, like, have me at 3, most of the walks I usually do are at 3. So now I can't do walks. And then, like, I forget how good those people tip. So it's like, you're cutting into my work schedule, and for what? To have me waiting around in a waiting room for an hour? I think not. I don't even like my new physical therapist. He just seems so uninterested. He's just in and out. And for when he doesn't turn the machine up as high as I would like him to, at least I don't know why I don't have my female physical therapist anymore, but I miss her. She at least, like, seemed interested in my life and interested in me as a patient. This dude, it just feels like, oh god, Ashley. He doesn't even call me by the right name. Like, the other one, I could understand, you know? She used to call me Ash Key. I don't know why these people act like my name isn't written on the paperwork they walk into the room with. But she used to call me Ash Key. At least she called me that, because, like, for one, she asked me if that was my name, and I misheard her, and then just never felt comfortable correcting her. Because, like, for one, my name is Alex. Can we just not call me Ashley? I almost said, can we not call me Ash Key? Can we not call me Ash Key as well? Can we not call me Ashley? Like, my name is Alex. I think this new dude calls me, like, Sandra. And I'm just like, who do you think you're working on? Who? It's like I have one name that starts with an S. And that's Shin. Doesn't sound like Sandra. Doesn't sound like whatever the fuck he's saying in his thick Indian accent. So I'm just like, why? Why Sandra? Like, can I get somebody else? Can I just not see a physical therapist at all? Like, I'll continue to do the exercises, but can I not be subjected to this? Especially when he takes forever to see me. Like, yes, I have scoliosis. I don't know why y'all decided to do the ringer. I've had scoliosis for the entirety of my 29 years of existence. Entirety. It has been something I've been dealing with for as long as I can remember. We don't really need to be checking for nerve damage. It's not due to it. No, like, maybe the injury that caused my scoliosis was my dad punching my mom in the stomach when she was pregnant with me. But, like, I don't think you're gonna fix that. And if anything, the only thing I need for that is, like, mental therapy. So y'all don't have to do so much. Like, I appreciate you straightening out my spine and my pelvis, but the physical therapist is not the one doing that. Unless, of course, I can get, like, a benefit from this. I wish this was one of those situations where it's like, oh, hello, welcome. We're going to give you a MetroCard every time you show up. Maybe I could ask them about that. Because I know with my insurance, I get a MetroCard every time I go somewhere. Yeah, I definitely should start asking them about that. It's like, you have me coming in 3 days a week. The least you could do is pay me for this shit. Like, it's bad enough that you're preventing me from working. That's bad enough. Like, I'm constantly shifting my appointments so that my work schedule isn't completely obliterated, or my entire day schedule isn't completely obliterated with the fact that I'm there from, like, 3, and then I don't get home until, like, 5:30. Which, granted, doesn't sound so bad. Some days I'm in and out. Like, last Wednesday, I just went, and then I didn't even get to do my workouts. I was just in the room, and then saw the chiropractor, and then the physical therapist, and then I was done. I would have done my workouts after thing, but, like, literally all the machines I used, there was somebody on, and then even somebody sitting on the massage table where I do my stretches. So I was just like, fuck out of here with that. Like, I like doing my workouts, and I definitely want to strengthen my spine and my stomach and my hips, but I don't want to do it in that environment, or I don't mind doing it in that environment. I just don't want to stay around, you know? Like, it's bad enough that it's like a 45-minute ride, and I have to take a train to another train. I have to take the J to the E. Take the J to the last stop to transfer to the E to take that 2 stops. And I'm just like, this is a lot. The least you could do is give me a MetroCard if you're going to make me come out here for three times a week. That's 3 out of the 5 weekdays. 3 out of 5 work days are now cut in half because I have to spend 2 hours traveling and then up to 2 hours there. But anyway, I just wanted to vent a little bit, say how I feel, where I'm at. I'm in a weird place. I haven't really spoken to anybody in the 2 weeks because I kind of just I get really depressed and everybody around me kind of sucks. Usually when I talk about how I feel, everyone's just like, yeah, no, that's the first world problem and it's really tiny, so it doesn't really matter, so we're not going to acknowledge that. And then, that makes me feel like shit because I already feel like nobody gives a shit about me and people always treat me like they don't give a shit about me. So when I get really bad, I just self-isolate because at the very least, I can do bad on my own, but at the very least, I don't have to feel rejected when it's just me, And that way I don't have to go, off the deep end, because being rejected and constantly being reminded that nobody gives a fuck about how I feel just, makes me want to die. And I generally always want to die. So it's the last thing we could do is take my already depressed state and then make me want to die more. Because eventually, I'ma die. Hello, my darling. Are you coming over because I'm talking about dying? You don't want me to die? Well, if this doll shows up today, I totally won't. And then I gotta give up pot, because smoking has been something I wanted to stop doing. Or at least I said I would stop doing it for a month, which I don't know if it's cheating to have that fall on February, because it's the shortest month. But, K Ciroc, as the expression says. I've been holding this weasel for 30 seconds. And there is officially hair all over my hand and in my mouth. I have to brush my weasel. So I'm feeling anxious. I kind of want to check my phone to see if my package is updated to out for delivery. I wish. The only thing I've been waiting for is for the tracking to say, yes, here's your ETA. A time frame. Because sometimes it'd be yes, their package will be delivered by 10 o'clock in the morning. And I'm I don't know if I trust that. But at the very least, then that lets me know that, hey, okay, maybe it'll be better for me to go to therapy at the regular time instead of early. Which it's been 27 minutes. That means it's probably 8:30-ish now. Meaning they open in 10 minutes so I can call to reschedule my appointment without impulsively leaving the house to go to the appointment before I even rescheduled it, because it would suck if I try to reschedule it and I can't go as early as I would get there. My weasel was so fluffy. I haven't brushed her in a while. I cleaned my room recently so that I could have space to work in. I'm really trying my best. And then, there's just that part of me that's just but all the things that really mean a lot to me always get stolen. Everything I've been passionate about has always gone missing. The first comic book I ever wrote in elementary school, that went missing. And it's all these things are stolen because I might be a child, but I'm not stupid. I might wear glasses, but I'm not blind. I might have graduated high school over 10 years ago and be a little rusty on my maths, but I can still put together the equation. If I left this thing in place A and then proceeded to go to school and come home, and the thing that I put in place A on top of all the other things put in their place that weren't moved by me before I went to school, and one of those things is missing, that's sus. And then if we forget to use our brains because we think Ashley is fucking stupid, and, you know, take a picture of said stolen item with the person we stole it for, the least, like, my nigga, you don't deserve children if I have to tell you this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. If you're gonna steal something as defining as a doll from your child, the child that you let some nigga nut inside of you and then proceeded to carry for 9 months, and or the child that you nutted inside of somebody and then dedicated your life to, if you're gonna steal from that child something as specific as a doll, make sure it's at the very least not in an outfit that it didn't come in. If you're gonna steal something from your child, like, you can't come through and steal Avanti in her little black nurse outfit and then give her to somebody and be like, oh no, we bought that. Bitch! Nigga! Negro! This is 3 separate items. This is a separate Nendoroid who does not belong in this body. A whole separate body. Fucking socks, shoes that I had to buy with my own money. A fucking outfit that is not her default. And you gonna tell me you just bought that? You just bought that? So you go into my room and I got 4 dolls on my desk. You could have just had an abortion instead of choosing the one I bought for me with my money. Pretty sure that same fucking day I also used my money to buy that same cousin something. Wasn't even, what was that, middle school? Middle school, not even high school. Middle school. I used that same cousin, that same money to buy something for that same cousin that you stole from me to gift. My nigga, you could have took any of the dolls that you bought for me, and you chose the one I bought for myself. You chose my favorite one. So I have a lot of trauma based around this, and because therapy is kind of a scam, this shit has never been resolved. Like, so much shit has been stolen from me in life, and people are just like, oh, why are you so paranoid? Maybe because shit keeps getting stolen from me. I barely saw that little trickle of spit. I'm mad it was highlighted so that you could see it. But yeah, I haven't got packages stolen in a long time. That doesn't mean that it can't just start again. And again, super paranoid because my roommates suck at this kind of stuff. God damn it, leave me alone. I don't want to know. Fucking psychiatrist texting me talking about, oh, you have an appointment today? Yeah, I know, nigga. I'm aware. Y'all ain't even open yet. Don't be texting me because I'm gonna call you talking about let me switch that time. And y'all gonna be like, oh, sorry. Nobody's here to answer the phone. And I don't know how to process that trauma because people keep trying to steal shit from me. People keep trying to act like there's no brain up in this bitch. They just sit there and they get mad at me because I'm like, I don't want to let them use me as a blow-up doll. To which I'm just like, there are people with vaginas who want to... I said that and I pissed myself off because it reminded me how my ex is always referring to people as people with vaginas. And I'm just like, you could just say people. You don't have to specify that you're talking about girls. And it's like, I appreciate you not lumping me in with a collection of girls, but if you're talking about girls, you can just fucking say girls. Not everybody is non-binary. And I, as an individual, understand that you as a cishet male are probably only referring to girls because your misogynistic ass only really likes the cis. It's not hard to tell. It's like you're obsessed with tits and ass, and you want to sit there and not even like appreciate the ass, but point out the cellulite in my ass. Like, bro, come on. You don't want me to point out the cellulite in your everything. So don't be talking exclusively about the cellulite in my ass. Like, we don't have to talk about the lumpiness of my skin. You don't have to talk. Like, cellulite should never be a word we use. Like, you don't have to point out the literal fat in somebody's fat. It's okay. You could just appreciate a nice ass. You don't gotta say your ass is lumpy. You don't gotta do it, nigga, because your whole body is lumpy. Look at that passive aggression coming out. But so frustrated. I keep thinking about this package and I'm just like, I don't want to go all the way out there. I don't want to go so far from home. It's one thing if I like go and I walk to the cat's house and then it's like, oh, your package is delivered. Then I can just like bike really quickly back home. Like, if you think I won't leave the clock running and just fucking dip just to come back, I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. It's right there. I literally grabbed, like, if I gotta walk ins and you tell me that shit's delivered, I will walk him to my house. I don't care if that 20-minute walk gets turned into a 45-minute walk. I highly doubt his mom is gonna care. I'm pretty sure if I said, hey, my package got delivered, so I walked him home to my house, like, I already pointed out, like, when we went on our meet and greet walk, I was like, yeah, I live on this block. So she knows where I live. And I'm pretty sure she wouldn't mind if I was like, yeah, we walked to my house so I can go make sure my package was inside, because there's only 2 responsible people here. Or there's only 2 responsible people here. Some people barely, like, are active here. Like Rose. I don't even know when Rose be home. I don't even know if she's ever home. She, like, literally is just usually to herself in her room. I usually see her in the middle of the night when she's, like, going to the bathroom. That's about it. And the occasional holiday in which she's like, you guys, I don't do anything. Let's party. So which we party. But part of me just wants to keep talking to the camera, because the more I talk to the camera, the more I don't smoke this blunt. And not that, like, I'm trying not to, for one, smoke as soon as I wake up. I used to do this thing where I didn't smoke until 12, which that got complicated, because then when you're working, some of my walks are at 12, and then you just, my life is a mess. But I usually wake up feeling super anxious, and because I have no one to talk to about my feelings, I just smoke. So, like, I don't know, it's hard. I understand that everybody's going through stuff, but it would be nice if at some point in my life somebody would acknowledge that I go through some bullshit. Like, do you really think that it's easy dealing with the mental agony? Like, you know, that whole fun fear that females have of, like, oh yes, it would be nice to go out into the world without somebody talking to me, without somebody literally running into my path to risk their life just to hit on me. Just, you know, I just want to stand on a train station, mind my own goddamn business. Like, please don't talk to me. If you're gonna, don't hit on me in a store if you're not gonna offer to pay for my shit. Like, don't. I don't want it. Don't talk to me. You're not cute. You're not offering nothing. Oh, I got a tummy ache now. I'm hoping that smoking less will result in less bodily dysfunctions. Like, I woke up with a really sore throat, even though I smoked a lot less yesterday than I normally do, I think. Yeah, no, I did. Because normally I finish an 1/8 in a day, but I think this one has lasted since Saturday. I'm gonna go now, so I can smoke this blunt, and then maybe go to this appointment. I don't want to go. I don't want to do a fucking nerve test. I hate doing nerve tests. It was like, oh, it's going to be 5 minutes, and it's longer than 5 minutes. It's not going to be that bad. For you, maybe. It's like, you really think I like sitting here in this cold space, and then you force me to take layers off so you can cover me, slather me in an ultrasound cream, freezing cold ultrasound cream, just to, like, be assholes, and then, like, wipe that shit on my clothes? Or, like, pull my sleeve down over the fucking cream? Like, nigga, it's bad enough that you're sitting here electrocuting me, and I'm already trying my damnedest. I'm going through a very tough period of life. Like, we just keep going downhill. It just keeps getting tougher and tougher. And I'm barely mentally holding it together. It's bad enough you want me to come 3 times a week and deal with some annoying people. You know? But don't sit here and electrocute me and act like one of my reflexes isn't gonna punch you in the fucking face. Like, if you're shocking my nerves trying to get a reflex, don't be surprised when one of those responses is self-defense. Because mentally, I don't want to deal with this shit. And physically, I don't want to deal with this shit. So of course, don't be surprised when my body goes, I'm tired of dealing with this shit. It's like stabbing and electrocuting me. I did not consent to this kind of fucking foreplay. So don't fucking do it with me. And like, nigga, if you ain't giving me money, why? The only fucking dinosaur I want touching my body is a fucking good sugar daddy. It's so dusty in here, y'all. So it's like, I don't want to deal with that shit. And I don't want to deal with that shit. Part of me is just like, yeah, I don't even want to cancel the shit. I'm just not going to show up today. Like, it's bad enough that y'all keep scheduling me for multiple appointments, and then when I want to reschedule an appointment, y'all like, oh no, sorry, we can only reschedule one because the insurance is only going to cover one of these appointments a day. Then why y'all keep scheduling me for multiple appointments? You can't have none of my money. I don't even have money to give you. I barely have money to give Tati. You think I have money to give you? No. I barely have any. So the little I do have, I'm going to use it on shit that means something to me. Not on appointments that you keep scheduling me for without my consent. Nobody asked me if I wanted to go to physical therapy 3 times a week. Nobody did. So I'm going to go. Maybe this video will get published. Maybe this will be my last video. Who knows? Anyway, until next time, Internet Nation, know that you are loved by this guy. This guy right here. And, also this guy right here. He extra loves you. You should love him back. It's the best thing to do. Okay, bye!